Let's see that. Steezy.
What up? What up?
What up? What happening?
Not much. Shit, I got out of therapy, then I had another meeting, and I'm like, this JRX is gonna kill me.
Nah, man, you good. I would have
Like
been
this
doing
man.
YOLO.
Yeah, we know that could get boring.
I'd be like yawning and
Let me make sure I get on here.
yeah. Tune in. The Black Hair Party presents the Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Friendship has everything to do with aura. Love is more, and purpose is about saving time. I am JRX36.
I am your wonderful co-host, D Steezy, aka Daniel Johnson.
Oh, is that a from Ang? Is that Ang's? What's Ang's?
Appa.
Oppa?
Yeah, I got 3 kids, man. I'm gonna introduce the world to my 3 pride and joys. You know what I mean? This is my foster child right here, Cito. You know what I mean? Cito normally holds down the fort when I go spend the night or I go crash somewhere else, you know what I mean? Or I don't come home at night. Cito sits on the monitor speakers. One thing about Cito is that he is always happy and he always looks up and smiles, you know what I mean? It's my son right here. I love him. Then we got baby girl, you know, thick, it's my mama's right here. Ellie, Ellie the elephant, she got the trunk. She could hold you and hold you down no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I love Ellie to death. We got Ellie from IKEA. Ellie is also, they only make these in 2 places in the world. It's my daughter for life. Asia and Africa. You feel me? It's my baby. And last but not least, we got the wonderful Christmas gift that you identified, Appa. Appa is Chinese, came from China specifically, and it took his ass a month to get here. Literally, he didn't show up till like a week ago. But yes, this is Appa from the Avatar.
Juju, what you doing?
These are my 3 babies. They hold me down. Ain't that right? You know what I mean?
Your fur babies.
The unique one though is that they all travel with me if need be. However,
Go with Jaden.
Ellie goes everywhere with me. Right?
What?
If I like I said, if I was to go fly and visit you in Florida, Ellie gotta go. You know what I mean? She gonna hit the laundromat when we touch down. She gonna hit the laundromat when she touch down back home. You know what I mean? Because she gotta be COVID free. But yeah, she go with me. She go she go with me wherever we go. So I'm like, got a little shorty or something. Look, shorty, my daughter gotta come. Yeah, you didn't tell me you had no kids. Look, calm down. It's Ellie. You know
Package.
what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You feel me? They are all emotional support stuffed animals. The queen, however, is the one that I travel with. Cito travels with me too, but like I say, he stays on the speaker. And I just got Appa over here, so Appa got to kind of get acclimated, to like travel a little bit. He might stay, he might not, he might chill with Cito. You know what I mean? But Ellie for sure, she the boss of all bosses. She gone. I don't know if you could have saw last night, but I got my little joints in here. Just in case. Gotta
Hey.
get the antennas. Gotta get the antennas started.
That's what's
Had
up.
them for about a week. They got me tweaking because they rough, but it's all right. They doing what they need to do.
That's what's up. You trying to let them grow, or just for now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Okay. That's what's up. So you was talking about your babies that like, hold on, let me get the name. Bessie. Bessie. What's the name of that doll baby? The one that I was looking at the other day. What is it? Oh, what is it called? Okay, yeah. Like, like I had like a whole maybe 2 episodes with one by myself and then one with one with Alexandra about this right here. Like I'm about to share my screen. I was tripping. I didn't know this was a thing. Man.
Scared.
Have you heard of reborn babies?
Oh no.
Uh, so it's like dolls that get painted like realistic. And then like you see this baby here?
Yeah.
Like so there's women that collect them, right? And then like there's women that collect them and treat them like they're real babies. And then there's women that collect them and treat them like it's real babies and they go out with them and everything. And then
So you telling me they could have a whole like
relationship. Like you see how you just told me about your 3 babies?
my emotional support stuffed animals.
Yes. Yes. Look at this.
Yes.
So like this
Ain't
is
no
like,
black ones.
they do. Let me see if I find like okay, so this is the one. Oh, not you.
I
So
almost want to say that's creepy.
you know, hey, listen, like I don't want to call it creepy, you know, like I got into it. I'm like trying to understand, like, look at this one.
Well, it's not creepy for someone that probably can't have kids, like, you know. So when you put that into perspective, it's like, okay, you know, somebody that may never have kids and probably don't want to, you know, adopt a kid, then it makes sense. You feel me?
But then I also thought, like, how about like little kids that grow up with dolls, you know, and this is like the highest level of having a doll.
Is it because the American Me dolls is like, or American Girl dolls, whatever the hell, they like 4 feet tall. So I think it depends.
Well, I just mean in terms of looking like realistic.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, I'm with you. Yeah,
So
like that's not no Cabbage Patch Kid. I'm with you. Or no Chucky doll.
I mean, could be a Chucky doll. Like I don't know. Like these look like so realistic. Like,
Yeah,
yo, 1,100 to 1,600 for this one.
read everything before purchase. Does not talk for real.
Anyway, so I even watched some videos on it, like of a lady that owned one, because I was just trying to understand. You know, I didn't want to rush to judgment or whatever, but I was, you
Oh,
know,
like I did.
well, I think it's like an instinct, you know, and you know, people that own them, they know it. You know, they know that people will have their thoughts about it. But you know, I was just trying to be open-minded about it. Whew. Like I don't know, like I don't like these be looking so real. Like imagine like, and then they
Baby.
they pose them, and you know they like there was this one lady who would do specific act, like take her out and do activities with the baby, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I don't judge because I be talking to my kids.
Right, look.
I ain't gonna even lie. I made breakfast the other day, literally, I think yesterday, and I had Ellie on my shoulders, and I was walking her through it. I go in here and get this, go in here and get that. I read the yogi quote on the back of the tea bag, like yo. So I ain't really knocking it. Like at least that's a form of a baby. Like I'm talking to my daughter, my stuffed elephant. Like, you know what I mean? So, oh damn, why the head move like that? Oh no, that's a real baby. That's why. My bad.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it
what I was
was.
looking
It
at too. I'm
was.
like, that looked like a real. That looked very real.
That was H&M.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I was just tripping. Like, wow, like this is a thing. Like this is a thing. And then I wonder, like, one of the ladies was saying how like her friends don't know about it. You know, so like I wonder. Oh look, keeps your mask. Okay, people getting creative with these masks. There was a lady that was saying that, you know, her friends don't know she got it. So it's like, man, I wonder if I know people that actually have these dolls, but they just don't really talk about it because it's taboo.
They be like, Jules be like, yo, can I hold your kid? Nah. Like, damn. And then you forget. So like 10 years go by.
You still got the baby.
Damn, nigga, how old is your baby?
You still pushing him in the carriage, like.
It just slipped your mind. I'll never hear your baby cry. Like, damn. Like, what's going on?
They turned this baby into the Grinch.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay, so now this is taking a turn. This is
Yep.
taking a turn.
Yep. This is the end of the world as you know it. Everybody gotta get the COVID vaccine that they thinking is the mark of the beast.
Yes. Look at that. Oh man. All right, look, I'm about to get off of this because, like I said, I spent 2 episodes just looking at these dolls. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. People are too much. Too much. All right. Yo, so what's good, D Steezy? What's new?
Man, you know, what's new? I can tell you what's new. Nah. Ain't nothing much really new. Just you know, just got these twists in my hair, trying to do right. Feel me? You know, Valentine's Day coming up, trying to see what that's gonna be about for me. You know, it's different when you're out here young, black, and single.
Okay. You got any prospects in mind?
Prospects? Nah. I'll just hope somebody prospected me. You know what I mean?
Hey, look.
And then after Valentine's Day, you know, we ain't gonna be the prey no more. We're gonna be the hunter.
That's
So,
great.
you
Hey,
know what I mean? Just I'm trying to tell somebody to sing the Usher song. Trading places. You feel me? Go ahead, pick me up. Take me out to dinner. You know what I mean? Let me know it's real. But nah, everything, you know, cool. Trying to, you know, I always say I try to get my groove back to make sure I'm on. But I've been hiking around this time. Stuff like that. So maybe next time I got another headphone. So I got gifted my other headphone. I normally have one. But it was a Christmas gift to give me the other headphone. So maybe now when I'm out hiking or out the beach or something, doing a walk, and if it's during the time, I could just show y'all the city and stuff like that, show you the lights.
right.
Uh even Thursday last week, I don't know if I mentioned it the other day, I turned my phone in, got my phone back on Monday. So now my camera work. So I'm at the capacity. I might do reviews on people food like I was saying I was gonna do. Like family, friends, I don't give who it is. I'm gonna be like, yo, this shit is nasty. And I'm gonna put it on social media. Ah, so I'm just trying to have some fun, man.
All right.
Birthday coming up in March,
Okay, March what?
kind of 22nd. Aries, baby.
Okay,
First day of Aries.
that's
Or the
interesting.
second.
My
One of the two.
You're right there in the mix with all my family. Like I got my daughter's 21, my brother's daughter's 22nd, my brother's 23rd, and then my oldest son is the 24th of March.
Mm.
All ganged up right there.
Yep.
Yeah, starting out the year. The original, you're like the original New Year babies.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
before the shift. So that's cool. Okay. How's the album going? The album release.
Well, I still got to mix and master. Got 2 tracks the homie sent me, so I'm gonna try to make sure I lay those. I want to do a video to the Nigga Please song. Helicopter, Biggie stomped yeah. I want to try to do that one. Where I said, how did I start that one off? I'm from the city where the biggest gang is the police. And where they ask you where you from, you better claim your street. I'm 100% vegan, but still with the beef. Known to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. From
Which,
Los Angeles to Long Beach.
which one's that one?
Nigga, please.
Oh,
I want to re-record that one and shoot a video to it because it's short and sweet, and I think I could do something fun with that. Like it could either like have a couple pieces of me like actually rapping and you see me, but then I'm doing like my own video treatment in my mind that I could show like a lot of different cop cars, you know what I mean, or be in LA, I could be in Long Beach showing that part, you know what I mean. Um, I'm just thinking like storyboard wise, I could just had a track play over like a video selection of shit, like you know what I mean, have it just mash up, and that would be cool. Or I could try to like integrate me in there somewhere, you know, rapping the song. Because even at one point, I'm like, what did I say? Up early in the morning, drinking champagne like it's coffee, taking the toast to all the, making the toast to all the homies. That's not me. So it's like I would love to like, you know, hop up out the bed, walk to the kitchen in a robe, pour a bottle, pour some champagne in a cup, and just be like, oh. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like I'm just trying to visualize because I never shot a video. So it'll be my first video
oh,
of
you
a
should have
song.
fun with that. Yeah, yeah, you got fun with that.
So and that one's just like real short and sweet. So I'm just like, tampering with that.
Alright. That's what's up. So you still in prey mode? You trying to get preyed on? You ain't hunting yet?
I ain't hunting. You know what I mean? I need to really solidify this commitment to this rap game. Probably gotta cut my hand and do a blood oath for some shit
Oh
for
my
myself.
God. You're gonna
For
have the
myself.
conspiracy theorists going wild.
That's why I'm like 25-8, my own record label. Because it's like it's one thing to commit to something, like you commit to a person, you commit to homework, you commit to work. It's another thing to commit to something hard body, meaning that no matter if I succeed or fail, I'm gonna be doing this shit. And like succeeding and failing don't matter. It's like I gotta keep going. So I'm trying to figure out what that looks like.
Yeah.
What that looks like. Cause like I was saying, like I could be on this path, and if somebody wants to like engage with me, like this is always gonna be the direction I'm moving in. So it ain't them coming along and me slowing down and going like this and getting back to the path. They gonna have to like weave in and out, right? Or they gonna just come and go on the same path with me. And it, like not even the same path, but like
I
the
hear
same
you.
goal of like just making something happen. Like you know what I mean?
That's
And
like
so
when
that's where. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's when we talk about rainbows and hearts. Like the way I kind of talk about it is like if you're gonna do hearts, go all the way hearts. Find focus on on identifying your soulmate and only think about that. That way you can manifest that. And then if you rainbows, then you focus on your purpose. You focus only on that so that you can manifest that, and then find your heart at the end of the rainbow. And then that way, you're with someone who's already kind of not that, like you said, not the same, not necessarily the same thing, but at least you're both in your purpose, and there's not that
Hmm.
distraction that goes on. Because that's like Alexandra and I be talking about that. It's like, all right, so like right now, like how much time you got for somebody else, really? Like, if you, because she be reading, she's like focused on her school, focused on her GED, like she got all these things going. It's like, if she was to meet somebody new, they probably gonna take time away from what she already got going. So that isn't gonna really work. So it has to be somebody that, isn't gonna take time away.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge.
Or they build time with you, right? Because situations, I mean, you could cultivate and plant and do what you need to do. Like shit. This moment we fucking, and then this the moment we doing what we do. Like, you know what I mean? But it shouldn't take away the overall. And I hear you saying that. Like
That-
it shouldn't,
it's
because
That's the thing though, is like in real life, what I've experienced is that relationships take time. And that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
like ain't nobody got time for that if you committed to like, like even now when I'm trying to be on, or I'm practicing being on here every day. Like I'm like, man, I can't really make plans to do anything different. Like, or if I'm trying to go over someone's house or whatever to hang out, a friend or whatever, then I gotta figure out that I still gotta either be back to the house before 10 or be ready to do a live from somebody else's spot at
that's how you
10,
do it.
you
I
know.
think that, and when you perfect that knowledge
Yeah.
and understanding, when you perfect that knowledge and understanding, that's when you get better at doing what you do. And I've done that. And you saw I was in
Okay.
the car the other day. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I logged on, or I might be at somebody else's house and I log on. And but this is different. Like I do the same thing with my studio equipment. I can't wait to get a laptop. I
Okay.
get a laptop,
Now you
man, baby, you already know what it is. Yep, you already know what it is, baby. Like, look, I need an hour or two complete silence. Like, let me try to work this out. Like, you know what I mean? And then I can get back to do what I'm doing. But excuse me, I like you at times need to. I like you want to dedicate so much time to something. Now I'm like, baby, I want like 7 hours of this. Like, then that's taken away from that relationship being built, like that you're talking about, right? Because that's a whole different time frame, right? But if I can pinpoint and get better at, yo, I just need this hour or two to do this. Let me lay this shit. I get back to you. Then that's a different ball game, right? Because it's like I know for this hour or two, I gotta bang this shit out so we can get to doing what we need to do, and then I need to get back to this, or I carve out that time. Period. And everybody knows what's up, bro. You know I'm serious about this, cause like that happens to me too, or that have happened to me too, where I was telling the homegirl I sat on that dates when I first started to get this cracking. I was sitting at dates, and you know, I was trying to write rhymes on a napkin at a date. And they like, what the fuck? This is back in 2011, 2009. They're like, what the fuck up with you? I'm like, yo, you know I'm really trying to rap. Now imagine if I kept that up today.
For
Where
real.
would I be? Where would I
For
be?
real.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Um, so some people gonna understand, some people not gonna understand, some people gonna think you weird. But at the end of the day, it's how you. That's what I've been learning. How the fuck do you maximize that time in a way that's efficient for you? A lot of people don't be like early birds. Half these fucking actors be like, yo, I get up at 4.
Yeah.
While everybody still sleep.
Yeah.
Especially
The
over here.
best
You
time.
up
That's the
before
best
me.
time.
You up before me. Nigga, when I wake up, the stock market already hit at like 6, 7, like early. I'm just not waking up at 10. If I'm really trying to compete, you feel me? If I'm really trying to compete, then I need to go ahead and just set my alarm. Like I think it's 6 o'clock a.m. in fucking New York, and just start doing what I need to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? To compete with everybody on the East Coast, period. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like it depends. I think you could really grow and build with somebody that really want to grow and build with you. As cliche as that is, I think if you really vibe out and fuck with a person, ain't no limit to what you gonna do. The limit comes in when y'all both have limitations to what y'all can do. Like how is like steel sharpening steel or iron sharpening iron? Like, you know what I mean? Diamonds can't sharpen diamonds, they fucking cancel each other out. So that's not what you're trying to do. You feel me? That's not what you're trying to do. But like at the end of the day, like why would you fuck up a good thing? You would never fuck up a good thing because if it's good, you're gonna do it all in your power to make sure it's good and keep it pushing
Yeah.
so that everything stays good. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like but that's easier said than done too, because it gets a little difficult, especially when folks around. Somebody texted me. It gets a little difficult because at the end of the day, like some people might show up in that form I'm talking about. Like I had that. And like I'm like, yo, this is what I want from somebody. And they like, nigga, I'm trying to do that for you. And it's just like I hit roadblocks where I don't know why I couldn't engage that person in what I'm asking for. And they're trying to provide it. Like it's weird, right? I'm like, damn, I need a chick with $5 million. I'm right here. It's like, man, damn, nah.
Not you, it's not
I need a chick
you.
with, yeah, I need a chick with $5 million and like, a Bentley. I got two of them. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but it's for me, it was never that person. I just needed to identify what it is that like why it doesn't work, why it can't work, or what can make it work, right? But yeah, I've been in that situation too, where that's not the best situation to be in too, because like they there for me, but they not like for some reason I can't see it. And it's not because I don't want them. It's just like something about them or something about the situation isn't allowing me to see it. But all that to say, man, when you on it, I think it's about you have of it, right? If I want to go me, the Steezy want to go frolic. Did I create time to frolic? Like not did I just cut out time to just go do nothing, like or just chill with people. But did I do a lot, accomplished a lot in the moment, in the day, or the last few days that allows, yes, bro, you need a break. Go sit your ass down and be with family, like or friends. Like, you know what I mean? That's that's real that's rewarding. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I could keep going, you know that.
Nah, you good. Like we just talking. So um for me, I forget what year it was that where I discovered that like everything is about building momentum. Like when you're building anything, everything's about building momentum.
Facts.
And I'm very sensitive to momentum, meaning like I have purposely not launched anything because I want to be in full momentum to the point where like you see where I talk openly now about my relationship and everything. You know, I know that whenever I'm talking, I'm gonna talk like whether it was back then. If I'm in front of people, I'm only gonna say like whatever's going on to my best of my ability, like to the best that I can describe it at that time. And I knew that that would cause problems with Betsy because, you know, like I'm putting our business out there, so to speak, and that's not, you know, and it's not exactly how people might want to hear it or whatever. So I knew that that could be a distraction. I knew that like, for instance, like even when family starts to, like when I start going live and then maybe family start listening, they might be like, oh, like why are you letting them talk like that, or why, you know, people are gonna start having their opinions. And I didn't want to be in a situation where like I gotta pause what I'm doing to, you know, address those issues. So I remember telling Betsy like, yo, like you gotta be ready about me just talking about us, because I don't want that to take away from the momentum, because I don't want to like have to like feel like I gotta double check what I'm saying, you know, to like, you know, avoid drama or whatever. So that's how sensitive I was to like building momentum, to like just like getting sick, for instance. Like I realize how much a business can struggle if it's based on one person, and then that one person gets sick. Like if you're shipping out, let's say that you selling something, you selling merchandise, and then it's like a one-man show, and then you get sick for a week or 2 weeks or whatever. That's like that's a big hit to a business, like if you're like constantly like promoting it on Instagram or where, on social media, and then you take a step back like that, like your engagement can suffer a lot, if it's like a one person show. So I've been really sensitive to like how to build momentum, but then the idea of burning out is real too. And by burning out, I mean the idea that like you could hit like walls where you like I've been like, so I haven't been drawing for a minute because I'm like my attention's on like, okay, I'm at this program, I gotta grow this program, I gotta get in tune with this program. So actually I have been drawing, but not as much. Look, I would be up at 1, 2 in the morning. That was my time to draw. Like while everybody's sleeping, I'm sitting there and I'm just, listening to music and drawing, or listening to some audio and drawing. But I haven't been in that vibe because now I'm not awake at that time because I got to be resting to go to work. So then that, I don't know if you look in the chat box, like, so then, I create all these acronyms to like try to be able to, like mental shortcuts. So like, like for instance, in the intro to this, like, tune in, the Black Hair Party presents. And then I guess I'll break that down at some other point. Like all the words are meaningful. The Real Talk Show, where we talk about friendship, love, and purpose. Friendship has everything to do with aura. Love is more, and purpose is about saving time. So when I say saving time, this is what I mean. Save time, and then like when I was visualizing how I would approach people in the future as to like when I want to work with them, like recruiting, it was like, yeah, you bored? Like you bored? Like I can help you save time. Like that's like, I want to work with people that are bored and I want to help them save time. And then the idea of save time is to be able to help a person be maximally efficient with their time. So, and this is what I discovered, like for me, there's a time to socialize. Like either I'm socializing, either I'm achieving, either I'm vibing, or I'm exploring. And for me, this was like a big deal because like it allows me to at every moment, like I could be 100% efficient, like, so when it comes to socializing, that's just like just talking, like, not without any agenda. Like, how we just talking right now, like we're just talking without any main purpose or anything. But see, like even this socializing can then turn into achieving. In my vision, the goal is to be able to hit all 4 points in some way, shape, or form in every activity. Like that would be like, if you're always saving time, then you're like super conscious. However, you could always break it down and do different ones at different times. So like I can look at work, like, okay, at work, when I'm with the young people, like what am I doing right now? Am I going to socialize with them? And we're going to talk about love and friendship. Am I going to achieve and do some leadership development type workshop? And we're going to be like trying to solve an issue or unpack, reimagine a community, some sort of solution? Or am I just vibing, like we just listening to music, like, oh, we're gonna listen to D Steezy today, check out some, just listen, just chilling, not, no forward energy, no backward energy, or is it like exploring, like hunting, like like, so when I think of exploring, I think about hunting, like what am I trying to find out, like, and this is like, for me, that means whether I'm on YouTube or on Facebook groups or whatever it might be, I'm like looking for something, so saving time, like for me, means building momentum. That way you can get to where you're trying to get to faster, and the idea of faster, saving time, just means that like, so if you're trying to find love, like if you're about love, then you can socialize with purpose, you can achieve with purpose, you can vibe with purpose, you can explore with purpose. You know, you could purposely save time so that you can increase the time that you manifest that outcome that you want, whether it's like, you know, like rainbows are hearts. So you want hearts, then in my opinion, just go all the way in on your hearts, you know, and then everything you do should be moving you closer to heart. So like, so when you're socializing and you dealing with someone, you're talking about your dream person. That way it's almost like you are planting seeds in everybody that you talk to about that outcome that you want. So you're socializing, right? You're like, okay, yeah, so my perfect partner does music. You know, my perfect partner, you know, they also dedicated to the craft. You know, they be disappearing, you know, they be doing their disappearing acts because they so caught up in what they're doing. And like and so on and so forth. Like if they're achieving, that means they probably doing shows, you know, at the local spots, or you know, and then you you go to these local spots and you also do your, even if it's just you by yourself, like coming live, like that would be underachieving. So I gotta come on live. So for me, I gotta come on every day. So for me, every day that I complete is an achievement. But see, I get to come on live and that's an achievement, check. I get to socialize, check. And then depending on who's tuning in, we vibing, we, you know, we chilling, like it's whatever. So that's why I really like the idea of live streaming, because you could check a lot of boxes in one. But yeah, so then that's kind of the whole, you know, that's how I've been able to tune in to be able to build momentum, because momentum is huge, bro. Like especially like for instance, like you're talking about trying to be creative, like in doing music like basically that would be like it's like an everyday thing. Like at least for me to be able to build momentum, it gotta be every day. Like you gotta be, you know, because then you hit the zone, and then when you get in the zone or you get in flow, then that's when you'll make the best work. So and then that's where I'm very sensitive to like, all right, so is it rainbows or hearts, and you can't do both. Now if you try to do both, good luck. That's all I say is good luck, because it's possible to do both, you know, because there's times like, for instance, I can be in rainbow mode, but then I'll meet a heart that's very inspirational, like a muse of some sort that like inspires you to like make a dope track. But then you gotta be like level minded, not to like let that deviate you or take you away from doing it, because it's almost like a cup of wine or something that you drink too much and you're gonna get like, you know, you're gonna get a high or a drunk off of it, and then you know, you get off your game. But yeah, I get it, man. Like that's why I like to refer to it as momentum, and I think it's the most, like, I don't want to say the most. I guess I do want to say the most. But for individuals that are trying to be successful in achieving some outcome, like momentum is everything. And that's why I like the idea of working in teams, because then, you know, you can have like, there's when you're building momentum, your energy go high and low. And then if your energy is lower, then you can have somebody have your back that could like kind of pick you up during that time. But for whatever reason, that's not usually available to creative people. Like the creative journey often is a lonely one, you know, unless you got the resources where you can then like, and I think this is what like happened with Silicon Valley, you know, unless you got the resources where you can have an office full of like young creative people in the same space, and then you can work together towards something. But other than that, it's like a lonely walk.
It is. That's why I enjoy it the way I do.
Yeah, you got your
Not
three
easy.
babies. You got Ellie with the Ellie Upa. What's the panda
Appa,
name?
man, with an
Appa.
A.
Appa. Ellie Appa.
It's a journey like love is. It's a journey like to be on, because it's gonna either make or break you, and it ain't gonna break you that much. It's gonna test you. You know, is Daniel okay with sitting in his house by himself writing rhymes? Yep. Is Daniel okay with not picking up the phone and talk to somebody that's not contributing to his rhymes? Yep. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Is Daniel okay? Is Daniel okay of making sure shit? He ain't making it consistent, but is he okay with like making sure he show up and hit these calls? I was telling this dude about that last night, dude, trying to sell me life insurance, and I just took it just cause. I was like, "Yo," he's like, "Well, what do you do? Like, what are these calls you be on?" Broke it down to him. He was probably thinking he was building an opportunity to like wing me in, but really, it was my opportunity to pitch the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
To pitch
me
what?
breaking
Pitch
it
what?
down. Pitch the recordings that we do.
Okay.
It's my opportunity to talk about what it is we talk about and what it is we do on a nightly basis, right?
Yeah.
It didn't have to come from this like pre-planned like description. Like, you know what I mean? Like taking part of something every night, every other night, or every few nights, like this is what we do. You know, while people are still talking about, oh man, I wish there was a space for this. Like this man has created the space for this. And it's been going on for a while now, you know.
Yeah.
So but no, I hear you though. I hear you. That save time is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's just
You're right.
mental shortcuts, man. Cause like, I like when I hear you speak, like I see like how driven you are to be successful. Cause it's like, at least at the level that you're talking about, which is like the level that I want to be in and stay in, where when I use the word holding space, like, you know, it's like being flexible to like, you know, be in whatever space and still build momentum towards whatever the thing is. Like to me, that's the highest form of expression, you know. um and and then that, like when you can like you were saying, like when you can master that, then that's it right there, you know. That's
And
it.
you could be around somebody like or folks that like they know what's up, but they gonna bleed you, but they gonna bleed you in a good way. Shit, they gonna take advantage of you kicking it with their ass. You know what I mean? But then at the end of the day, you know what they're gonna be? They're gonna be like JRX, like, nigga, don't you got that call? You know what I mean? It'd be the most
Yeah,
random time. You get lost in the sauce and they just like, bro, like, we know you go do that shit. Like you've been kicking it with us. Like, go do that shit. Like, you know what I mean? And then now you like, oh no, wait. But then you like, they right. Like, you know what I mean? So and those are the people you want to be around too, because
yeah.
outside looking in, they already know. They know like this nigga need a break. They know like you need to chill. They know you need to take a step away, right? But they
Right.
ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna wait for you to do it. You know what I mean? And
um,
once you do it, they're gonna be so supportive and so stoked that they're gonna love you and love you. And then after that, they like, yo, bro, like I think we love you too much. This is odd because like we couldn't get in contact with you. Now we got in contact with you. Like and that goes to show that you have people support or people are watching. And so
yeah,
when you put a hold on something, they're like, oh shit, wait, no, wait, I need you to go back and do that thing because I know you didn't finish it. Like, you
yeah,
know what I mean? So I think that's a great place to be in too. Cause a lot of people like they see me doing what I'm doing or we talk about this and that. The homegirl that came through and even did my hair, I didn't even realize she knew that I was doing the program, running the program I'm running, Public Allies in LA. But over the years, I guess she saw it on Instagram, but we never talked until she came through and did my hair last Friday. Like,
mhm,
you know what I mean? Uh, and so that's interesting. What's the last Friday? No, it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. So that's interesting, right? Like I ain't heard from her from years. We was kids, we was teenagers, early teens or late teens, like. But at the age I'm at now, she just came through and redid my hair, did my hair for the first time, and she was like, "Yo, like I said, what do you do?" You know what I mean? And that's not even the rap shit. Surprised she didn't ask to hear nothing because I just dropped something, which is cool because that should get embarrassing after a while. Here we go again. Play button, play
nah,
button.
nah, that's dope. That's dope. That's the best way to get to know somebody, through their art. Yeah.
Came over, was like, "Why are you single? Your house clean? You ain't no dirty dude. Like you getting healthy over here and you talking like this." I was like, "Look,
Right,
chill,
right.
little mama. Chill, little mama. You don't even know what you in for."
Don't want these problems.
Nah, yeah. I've said that to people too. Like, you don't want these problems.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, but now I'm
You're
back.
like, I'll
Now I'm
love
better.
you like nobody has loved you before. Like,
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
DSteezy, I'm learning. I'm taking notes, DSteezy. I admire that. You know what I mean? Like,
It is true. It is true.
nah,
I
but think
fucking
about
love
it.
you.
Like, I like, at least from my perspective, that's like the ultimate support system, right? Like, you know, if you're trying to be successful and you're like, so for instance, like, let's say that there's your counterpart that's building momentum, you know, in what they want to do. And then you come in, it's like, it could be like perfect. Yeah, because if you're going all in, you're going all in. You know, and I see how you
Yeah.
supportive to like Camille and some of your other friends. So, you know, it could be, you know, I guess that's why you in the hearts, man, because it's like it's just a matter of time before you like, you know, hit 21 and it's all in.
Somebody just gotta you see, this is the thing, right? Because it still has everything to do with what we talking about. People say they all in. You know what I mean? If you all in, what I say on that track on stage, can you put up with some more and endure the pain? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not my goal, right? Can you forgive me like the Lord for all my mistakes? Can you put up with some more and endure the pain? I'm in it till that nigga die and playing no games. Like, you know what I mean? Like
That's
if you
it.
could, that's what it is. Like you can't say you're gonna jump in the pool and like stick your toe in and run from it. I've done that before, by the way. I ain't gonna even lie. Like that was never my intention, and I did that shit, and I feel bad about it because that's not the type of person I am. However,
J-Dad.
however, what if that response I had got was like, "Yo, it's all good," but next time you say you're gonna dive in, and don't stick your toe in the water. Then that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's the all in.
Welcome
to the Taboo Free Talk Show.
I didn't front. You know what I mean? I got thrown off my game, so it switched my whole plan. But if that other person, you know, would be like, "Yo, look, I saw what happened. It impacted me in this way, but look, try diving again, because I need you to dive. You feel me? I need you to go all in, because you want me to go all in. You know what I mean? That's a whole different situation. Now we both all in, because like I jumped again. You know, so it just depends, man. I think it really depends, because like we be we be fronting, on a whole lot of shit, and we can make it happen if somebody's down to make it happen. It's a lot of unlearning you got to do. There's a lot of trust. There's a lot of spontaneity. There's a lot of random shit. There's a lot of like good, bad, and ugly. But as long as you can take that good, bad, and ugly and be like, yo, this is the goal, the empire. This is what I'm trying to build, and this is what it is. Because at the end of the day, for me, all that other fuck shit don't matter. All that little nitpicking and fighting, and little bush. I be wanting to tell the motherfucker, you remember the goal, right? All right, so let's go. So we don't need to talk about nothing else that's aggravating. Because if I'm not seeing that goal we had in mind from the first time we talked about it, this is some bullshit. This some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with the goal. And playing with the goal is bullshitting your way when you're down here still, and the goal is still way up here. Like that's some BS. Now I'm not saying like intentionally be foul, intentionally be a fucked
Oh
up
no, I
person.
get it. I
Like
get it.
that's not what it is, you know. Yeah, I messed up. That's how I feel about it. Like, oh shit, like I said, I didn't dive. I was supposed to dive and I didn't.
What
But
I
if
what
that
I
other
did,
person would have said, dive, you didn't dive the first dive, it would have been a whole different outcome.
one
You see what
one
I'm
of the,
saying?
one of the ways that I talk about it, like at least somewhat what you're talking about is I tell Bessie that every day we break even, you know, like we breaking even. And what I mean by that is like, you know, I'm just doing my best and you're doing your best. So whatever flaws I had for that day, like, you know, forgive me for it, like, and I'm gonna forgive you equally. you know, and then boom, we break even, and then tomorrow we start again, and every day we break even. So, and then that's why I put all in versus perfection, man. Like, I'm glad that we're talking about it, because it's like I was programmed with the thought about perfection, and every time that we talk, I get it, like it challenges that, and it's almost like I know that I gotta like loosen that up so that it could be remolded, because hearing you talk, and like, you know, I've talked to thousands of people, interviewing them, you know, for the HIV thing and getting their sex life. Yo, people don't go all in. Like, that's what's going on. Like, people are not going all in, you know. Like, I could sit here and say that people are not compatible, and yeah, that happens. Come on, guys. And that happens. Janine, be careful, go with mommy. And that happens, but if you really going all in, like, then it should be like, if both people going all in, it should work out. You know, it should work out.
It should, and you should cry about it.
Yeah.
Like, because that's me. Vulnerability scares the fuck out of me. That reset that you talked about is cool. That balance, I don't call it reset. That balance.
Yeah.
That's a cool balance. Look, this is it. Like, that's a cool balance. That's a day by day balance. Then you got to think about what's gonna make that balance stronger. Not even having to have that conversation, just knowing that shit. That scares me. It don't gotta scare you. It scares the fuck out of me. We just know, like, at this point, we don't even need to say we resetting, like, and we erase, like that scares me. That's why I could dip my toe and run. I could talk about it until I dip my toe in it, you know. But that's real. Like, people want to, like, even like the thought of like sex partners, like, we just together to fuck. Like, that's you're not ready for something. You're feeling just a specific need. Period. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing more to it. There's nothing to gain, right? Other than there's lots of losses, I think, for me, comes with that, because there's nothing more to it, right? Like, I'm bougie. Like, baby girl, if we having sex, I'm sorry, like, you gonna make a sandwich or something? Like, I could make it too. Shit, I don't, like, keep it 100. Like, I just saw you put roles, gender roles. Like, I got mine. Do you want me to go make you a sandwich? Because I want to go make myself a sandwich. Like, you know what I mean? Like there needs to be something more to it other than just nothing to it. And I think that's what scares people, because of the trauma and things they've been through. Where for me, it's like, I'm trying to run head first into that shit. Show me your skeletons. Show me your wounds. Show me your pain. And like, when I fuck up, are you gonna give me a kiss? Are you gonna hold me? Are you gonna hug me? Are you gonna tell me everything's gonna be okay?
You're gonna still
You know what I'm saying?
do
Are you gonna, yeah, like, real shit. You gonna tell me to lift my chin up? Like, cause like, I'm getting beat up too by society and fucking up in the situation we got. You know what I mean? And that's not making it easier. So I feel like that vulnerability, you gotta live in vulnerability. You gotta live in discomfort or uncomfortability, right? You have to be okay with that shit, because that's how you know you're growing. That's how y'all know y'all growing. Because if I think about it, I'm okay immersing myself in one person if they immerse themselves in me. See what I'm saying? I'm okay.
Is that a precondition, or are you willing to go first?
I can always go first. You feel me? But I change in the instance of you doing me a way I never done you. If you go around screaming and kicking and flaring your arms because you mad at the world, and you do it to me, in that instant, I take the heat for the world. I am balanced, right? The equal. I am liable because of what I have. Come home, do the Cuba Gooding like you did, you know, and take some heat out on you. Not talking about physical harm, right? I'm talking about because he punched the air and shit. But there might be some verbal, abuse, no respect to verbal abuse. But I'm saying that in the heat of the moment, people yell at each other. But I'm saying if you yell at me, then it is not okay for me to yell at you along the line when I'm going through something. But if it happens, I'm saying like, let's not forget that I received that. Like, you know what I mean? Let's let's equal it out. Like you said, let's equal
Great.
it out,
Yeah.
right? And let's continue to grow. And let's say, baby, that ain't cool. Like I've done that, play fought with somebody one day, and I don't do that shit. I just don't do it. And she told me like, yo, like I thought you don't play fight. Like literally.
Now, did she like it or not?
I'm gonna say no. And the reason why I say no is because like I'm strict on don't play fight with me or tap me, right? But that was my comfortability and my boundaries. I was willing to let go, but I didn't clearly communicate. And so she didn't get messed up about it or mad about it, but she clearly said that and she engaged with it a little bit, but the reminder was there. So if I make that mistake, are you willing to be there? Like I ain't talking about putting in work. See, that's the thing. Like people, it ain't working once you go if you all in. We literally figuring this shit out. It ain't we gonna grow together. Like no, the goal, the goal, motherfucker. That's the primary thing. So all this little shit don't matter. And I say that because at the end of the day, we still gonna sharpen each other, build each other up. But I can't be like, you didn't cook lunch today, man. I can't do this. Like motherfucker, you forgot about the goal? Like you know what I mean? Like, and I think people don't set goals or something to achieve, things to achieve. Let's say it like that. They don't set things to achieve, and so they never reach the ultimate because of that. And I feel like the way you can reach the ultimate is just by doing that. Like like I like my homegirl put me up on some skincare products, looking up ingredients, right? At the ingredients, don't use that, it's not clean. So my mom and a few other folks, when they see me on FaceTime, they're like, oh Danny, your face is just clearing up and blah 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 blah. Blah. I at the beginning of last year around this time, same time, I was already trying to figure that out. Like broke up with my ex and around. I'm trying to, figure out some shit. Got some cheap shit from Ross and used it and saw a difference. I was drinking more water and I was exercising. I was already huge. I was losing weight. However, what I'm saying is that along down the line last year, like my homegirl, you know, I picked that up from her. I already had it in mind as something what I wanted to do. I already practiced it before. I didn't have the actual knowledge that I needed to think about the different products or the ingredients in it, what to use, what not to use. I didn't go down my own journey with it.
Yeah.
So this year, at the top of this year, more folks is seeing it. Although in retrospect, I kind of already started sometime in like, let's say November or something like that. So they're seeing better results at this time. Where last year, around this time, I was using some cheap product. I ran out. I was like, at least let me buy this face scrub and like moisturize my face. That was it. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't have like this 17-step routine like I do now in the morning and the 17 like one I got at night. Like, you know what I mean? Being honest, right? But I'm saying like for my homegirl, I picked up something. My goal was better skincare, better knowledge, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like she sharpened me up with that. And now we go back and forth talking about products. So we still going at each other. We send something back, boom, 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 boom. Because the only way to get better is to try certain ones. I have a certain one she
that
have.
probably energizes it too. Like you probably amp her
Yeah.
up or hype her up because it's like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, you interested in what I'm interested in? Like, yo, I got you.
But that's what you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do to get to that goal, period. Like I'm sitting here, I start flossing, teeth getting a little wider, face clearing up and working out. You know, I got the little guns popping, you know what I'm saying? Little chesticles coming in, hair getting twist. Everybody looking at a nigga like, yo, like
you're like an artist,
like,
sculpting.
Nobody saying nothing to me. So I'm walking around like, yo, you fine, you cute, you a handsome young man. I'm telling myself this, right?
Yes.
And it's funny because women like that, but like the moment a male in my mind, identified person begins to say that in front of them, the response I got was like, see, that's why I don't tell you that. Because you gonna get a big head. It's like, let's pump your brakes. I have this because of my own insecurities, for one. Two, I'm acknowledging that I'm beefing myself up and I'm looking healthy, I'm looking better. So I have to acknowledge it so I could believe it. And so I can continue to run that direction while you sitting there thinking like, oh, dude, see, this is why I am not the dude that you used to be with. That when you did that to, he got his head big and he probably cheated on you 17 times after that. Like, I'm not doing that because there's a goal. I need to get to it. Me cheating is gonna kill the gas I need. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking of that aspect of along the lines we're saying in terms of just like building like and the understanding and agreement, which doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy, but like, man, if you could reach that, I think it's possible. Just based off like even how you said like like that's how I always felt like compatibility. Is people compatible? I'm still trying to like since you brought that up a long time ago in regards to just like people being compatible. I think that's still questionable in itself because in the same sense, if like we about it, adjustments can be made at least by 50%.
Yeah.
I don't want
It's a
nobody to
mentality
change.
shift. It's a mentality
Yeah.
shift that's hard. Like, at least for me, it's been hard to overcome because, like, there is a truth about compatibility. Like, there are
Mm-hmm.
people that are easier, more agreeable to get along with, but that's not necessarily like if you're all in, you're all in, you know, and then being all in can take a non-compatible and make it compatible. And by that, I mean that like there's I'll use the word security, but that's not exactly what I was thinking about, but that can apply. There's like a security that comes with the consistency of being able to be vulnerable with someone, you know, day in and day out. And if you're building like, and if you're building a relationship, say like from the outside looking in, I'll say like that. that's weird because I'm in a relationship, so it's not really from the outside looking in, but like in a relationship, in my relationship, um, it's like compatibility like is only an issue if I'm not at my healthiest. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not because if I'm living a healthy, balanced life, then I don't have to have expectations on just one person. You know, so I have certain needs that I can go ahead and meet those needs within my friends, you know, within my sphere's friends,
Mm-hmm.
without putting it all on one person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the key though. The key is being able to uh fulfill your own needs without putting that burden on the other person. Like if there's that lack of compatibility, then it's like the burden is on me to solve for my own happiness, you know, and not
Mm-hmm.
expect to get my happiness from the other person. But you know, just
It's
being
the
able to,
self-work piece.
yeah. And then the reason I put roles in there, I want you to touch on that, is like in part of my mental block when it comes to relationships and in my belief of it needing to be perfect, got to do with roles is like um in my attention, in the way I look at it, where like that was causing me problems, is like I wanted to have a defined role within my relationship so that there could be
Mm-hmm.
like a consistency to that, where I can expect like, okay, Betsy, I could expect you to be my cheerleader. I need you to be my cheerleader. So that's like a role that I wanted her to play. You know, I want you to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, my children's mother and do this and that. But in an all-in situation, it's like you got to be flexible with the roles, you know, especially because as we live in, so for instance, let's just say Betsy, for instance, so sometimes or for a periods of time, like the only way that she's gonna be able to heal in the area is by stepping out of a role. You know, it's like, so for instance, I've had to step out of roles and Betsy's had to step out. We've swapped roles, like even like in the idea of being provider versus nurturer. Like she was the provider for like the last 3 years, and I sat back at the house doing like more of the nurturing stuff. And you know, in an all-in situation, you got to make those accommodations and adjustments, whether you want to or not. You know, and it's challenging because it's like it doesn't feel perfect. It doesn't feel right. You don't like, when's this gonna end? But then you know, if you have an all-in mentality, and it's easy for us to have an all-in mentality because we're great friends. I think like we get along really well. And then we have children too. It's like, you know, we got children. Like, why would we want to ruin, you know, what we got with the children? And like, it's not that bad. Like, it's like, and it's really me kind of like coming into this space where it doesn't have to be perfect in the way that I thought perfection is, because it's not really perfect. Like, so the perfect that I got in mind wasn't really perfect, because the perfect that I had in mind was basically a partner that did everything I wanted them to do. You know? And
it's called TV.
Right.
It's called TV.
And then, but then
Disney.
For real. Then I'm not taking into account that in their own head, they're having conversations that they're not maybe sharing with me, that then can show up as passive aggressiveness or show up in other ways. But because I'm ignorant to it, because I don't see it, then I just get all the good from it, you know? So, but it's been challenging to like shift from this perfection to all in. And then to add to that, like, and like I'm relatively vanilla in this, but one thing that I've noticed, and I'll say with Caucasians, is like, because they're much more open in talking about sex, like, you know, like at the BDSM, like, and I think those conversations, or like that depth of conversations, missing in our community, because then that's where role playing comes in when it comes to sex. And I guess it happens, but I've been thinking about how Caucasian men and women are able to balance out some of their darker sides through sex, you know, like, and then that's where like you have the different, I guess, kinks or fetishes, or like where you got like a dominatrix that like dominates a man, and like at the extreme of humiliation, like some men like to be humiliated in the bedroom, and then it's like, but that's almost like a way of them to, I use the word, blow off steam, you know, like, so it's like they're using sex to tune or to fine tune the stress that they have in their regular life, you know. And then like, so some people like to get aggressive during sex, but then that basically that aggression is them, they're using sex as an outlet to take out aggression or the leftover emotions that are not socially acceptable to like you can't go home and beat your wife, you know, like you can't, that's not societally acceptable to go to work, go home, drink, and beat your wife. That's not cool. Now, some couples have been able to go to work, go home, drink, and then beat their wife sexually, you know, like transmute that energy and still get the same outcome without literally having to do it, because they could role play it, you know, or, you know, whether they create different situations. But then that's something that got my attention, in that, like, man, like if we get out of the mentality of specific roles, like whether it's gender roles or sexual roles or whatever it might be, like there's a lot of possibilities for relationships to be more lasting. And, you know, because then like that's when your partner can be there for you, and then like you said earlier, it's not that you want to be verbally abusive, but basically there's energy that has to leave your body, you know. And then if you can have a partner where you guys can be in agreement and it's even pleasurable on how to like release that energy, like there's something to that.
Hold on just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Right now, so be careful what you ask for. Fuck around, fall in love with an asshole. It ain't about the hustle, don't interrupt my cash flow. Money, power, respect, what more can I ask for? Yeah, 'cause right now I'm in gas mode. Racing to the money like I'm Usain Bolt. With a bunch of niggas with me like I'm leader of the Pope. Same bunch of niggas with me, stay keep it to the code. I'ma keep it fly, pressure. You can hear it in my tone that I'm young, playing games with
Verse right there.
This is a rainbow song right here.
On the stove.
Yeah.
The blues back control. And keep it to your role. I'm the man right now. As you can tell, because I'm on. I'm the one right now. Right now, right now.
Yeah, this is dope.
Trying to get them bars up. That's all. I'm trying to get them bars that you be like, okay, he ain't trash. He making songs.
So this song was right on point. It's like, I would call this a rainbow song. You're saying like, this is like what we're talking about today. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm trying to get done. You know what I mean? Like, either you with it or you not. Fuck around, end up with an asshole. That's what you said, something like that, some line like that, like
I'm the one right now, but let's say I'm the one right now. Be careful what you ask for. You fuck around and fall in love with an asshole.
Yeah.
But
she got a dope voice, yo.
she all over my records, yo.
That's Flora?
Yeah. That was one of the songs she had on the computer, so I just took it and wrote a verse to it.
Yeah.
I got hype when I heard that shit. I was like, well, it's on my computer. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm the one you ask for. You fuck around, fall in love with an asshole. It ain't about the hustle, don't interrupt my cash flow. Money, power, respect, what more can I ask for? Yeah, cause right now I'm in gas mode. Racing to the money like I'm Usain Bolt. With a bunch of niggas with me like I'm leader of a cult. Same bunch of niggas with me, stay keep it to the code. I'ma keep applying pressure. You can hear it in my tone that I'm young, playing games with bitches who ain't grown. Whole city got my back, got me feeling in the zone. So I'ma keep heating up like grease on the stove. When it comes to the bag, I just lose my control. You know, money over everything, is a life goes. Or sacrificing everything to keep it to your role. I'm the one right now, you can tell cause I'm on.
Cause I'm on. That's my favorite rapper right there.
Who?
D Steezy.
He's easy.
He got some
That's
bars.
right. That's right.
Man, but I hear you with the diversion of energy to other places and um really just the self piece again. I think that's critical to every fucking thing we talk about. Um because you were even saying like if I ain't feeling right, then the outcome ain't gonna be right, right? And that's just facts. That's just facts. And I've been there and I felt that, and I could say like what kept me at peace with myself or even in the situation I was in is everything that you ever heard me talk about was that me being loyal to the partner I was with, me being loyal to the friend I was with, like a friendship I had, being loyal to the relationship no matter what it is identified as, like me being aware of how I felt in those moments where I felt not happy with a friend, not happy with a partner, if I felt betrayed, like if I felt triggered, like where did all these things come from? Um, and am I gonna continue to show up? So like all that allowed me to transition any darkness and negativity to light and positivity for myself because I was at peace with myself. I began to check in with myself. I began to understand that this is what Daniel wants to do, and nobody else can deter me from that unless this person is threatening me behind my back and I don't know it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If somebody has my best interest in their mind, so they're like, yo, bro, that person gonna kill you. Don't go over there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know you're gonna show up for them regardless, but don't go over there because they are gonna kill you. We know. That's a whole different situation. So um when we talk about relationship, I think what we haven't talked about is the relationship with yourself, right? Um, what does that relationship look like for yourself? Um, uh, Even hearing how like swapping roles, or if you keep it 100, you ain't even fucking swapping roles at the end of the day.
Mhm.
You're doing what's needed to make the relationship work.
Right.
Uh,
And
you know what I mean? Like whatever.
depending on the trauma, like it may just take longer, like,
Yeah,
and then not even
yeah.
trauma, depending on what's going on, like it just you got to do what you got to do. But it's in the moment, it's hard to see it like that, though.
Like one of the things I'm trying to do better at, like for instance, is money. We in a relationship. We don't even got to be married. Money is the last thing I want to be like. You gonna pay me $5? You gonna give me my $100 back? We are in a relationship. If you need it, and I got it, you can have it. The balance is, we said it earlier. If I need it and you got it, we about to be together for how long? The money just gonna keep on like this. I'm buying food, you buying food, I'm buying dinner, you buying dinner, I'm buying lunch, you buying lunch, I'm buying groceries. So it's nothing. You need a bill paid, you need a bill gas in your car. Thank you for putting gas in my. We fucking. Like, you probably picked me up from my house. I probably went to your house. You drove your car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't not put gas in your car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you shouldn't have to say thank you. Like, this is just the mutual bond we have to like just make shit work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying that to say like I agree with what you're saying, because even in terms of like intimacy and romance, It's I don't want to be like it's just doing what you. I don't want to be like it's doing whatever you can to make your partner happy. Like that's not that right.
Yeah.
It's doing whatever you can to make yourself happy and
Yeah.
fulfilling, making your partner happy, right? Because
And that's
if
a big difference, and like that's a different mentality. Because like it really, like if I think about it, for me, it's been about me being happy at a greater level of happiness. It's like I got to do what I got to do, but then
yeah,
but then that works, you know. But shifting it and saying it in that sense is a huge difference.
because you should be able to find happiness in providing and making the other person happy. That don't come easy either. Like
Mhm.
that's still a process that you struggle with that I have to learn. Like I had women, uh, you know, fellatio is a thing that I enjoy. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't really like doing it, but I do it for you because it makes you happy. That's not the same thing. Like I'm different. I don't want you doing something that ain't gonna make you happy. Like I appreciate it, like honestly. But
Yeah.
if you really just don't like doing that shit, because I don't want to do anything I truly
Oh,
don't like, right?
right.
So it's like, is there anything we could do to make you enjoy it, like a piece of it? You know what I mean? If it's not, then like maybe we could just negotiate it, and time I'm open to it with the understanding of it that you don't like doing it, period, but you'll do it to please me at times, right? Because if you're doing it to please me at times, that's a way better clarity than me receiving it multiple occasions, and then the reality of it is that you really just don't like doing it, period. Like that doesn't fulfill me.
Right.
Like that's not, you know what I mean? That's me though. That doesn't,
Yeah.
that honestly does not fulfill me in any kind of way. And then actually like every time you're doing it, like I'm thinking like, why are you doing this? Because you really don't like it. Like you know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm saying like if there's a way to navigate and have that dialogue where like, okay, I know you don't like it, but you say you do it because you want to please me. We can like, do that, you know, whenever you feel like you don't mind it and you just want to please. That's cool, right? Because again, I'm thinking like in my mind that's still that opportunity of balance to build and hit the goal and figure things out without it being like stressful and impacted in a way that's not positive, right? No need to groom somebody into something. No need to like, this is what I like. That's what I think I'm trying to uh unpack is this notion of like I need you to be everything I want, right? Because I think that's setting somebody up for failure. And like for me, I have this understanding, like there is a um dream versus reality. And I think that's why I was joking that the Disney was the dream. You see what I'm saying? The reality is the reality, right? We could get some Disney characteristics in the reality, right? But you can't get no reality characteristics
The
in the
fantasy.
dream. Yeah, that doesn't. I don't think that's possible. But you can, right? Like you said, like good luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like
Right.
I've cooked breakfast daily for someone before. I've cooked dinner for them daily before. I've cleaned for them before. I've took care of a person before. Now I might not have paid their bills, but I have loved on the person immensely, right? I have done this. And they have said that they have never received that before, right? And so I continue to do this and I know, but that was my reality. That had to be some Disney shit for them, but it was also some Disney shit for me because even if it wasn't reciprocated, my Disney, I'm putting the reality into it, right? For however long it lasts. And I reiterated that too. Like, I don't know how long this is gonna last, Just relax, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm loving this shit. I ain't trying to keep you. I ain't trying to let you go. I ain't trying to press you into something that you don't want to be in.
that's
Like, you
interesting.
feel me?
That's
But
interesting.
if this is the moment and I'm getting excited about this and I'm happy to do this shit and I'm head over heels and I'm doing this shit, just let me be head over heels doing this because I know it feel good. You're telling me it feel good. And the moment you don't want me to do none of this shit, let me know when I'm being extra. I could change this whole shit up. I could change this whole shit up. You feel me? I could scale back real quick. Like, you know what I mean? And so that would be an emphasis of my example of putting the reality into Disney because my reality was like it's not reciprocated. I really want to do this, but the dream is I actually have somebody, not permanently, but in this moment that's allowing me to do this for them, which hopefully on the back end, they're living out a dream because they like, damn, like I ain't had nobody do this. Like I'm about to eat this shit up. Like, you know what I mean? And all I'm doing is just, you know, making sure they good, doing this for them, doing that for them. You want me to do that? Okay, well, I'll run to the store. You good? Okay, let me run to the store. Now, I'm taking care of all these other things so they don't have to. And you know, at the end of the day, we had intimacy and things like that. But the kicker is even without intimacy, I'll probably still do this for that person. Like I would still do it for them. Like you know what I mean? Because it's just something I wanted to do. And that's normally how I am for like certain people, certain relationships. Like I want to make sure you're good, especially if we friends and you told me about your traumas, this, and that, and the third, and I'm looking at you not because I pity or I feel sympathetic, but it's like no,
You
it
could do
sounds like you need
something.
somebody to treat you right. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm gonna try to be the person that's gonna support you and treat you right, which I have to identify now and process right with you right now. Is like that could be misleading. Um, but I think it's misleading if somebody wants and I don't want, right? Because I'm doing these things, they could easily go, oh shit, this nigga into me. Like, what's up? But really it's like I am, but my me being into you is because I want to provide a certain love language, which is an active service. And that's what my active service looks like, right? But all that to say is that it, compatibility is real. And I'm thinking based off what we said earlier and hearing you earlier, like the trauma, the past, the current experiences can be at play. Because it's easy to just say like Trina, we just ain't clicking, right? I know something that's not compatible. I had an experience where for some reason I'd be stressed out during the day. I might not be able to get up at night. I take a nap or something, I'm able to get up. Or if I just go to sleep at night, I'm waking up at 6 in the morning, like any other dude would do with high testosterone levels, and I'm up. That's not compatible with somebody who that's how they go to sleep. So they rather do it then, like you know what I'm saying? And then when they sleep, they the deep sleep, they ain't trying to do it in the morning because they knocked out. That's 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 a difficult thing to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not compatible in a way, right?
But that could
But
be worked. That
negotiations,
could be worked out. But that's
yeah,
definitely not compatible. Yeah,
yeah, but that's a easier from my own mental pro. That's the
yeah,
easier way of understanding
yeah, yeah.
compatibility. But the openness is still there because at certain times at night we both sleep after that. Like you know what I mean? Or like I said, like I'm doing 100 push-ups a day. I'm about to go on this hike or I'm about to go run. And at the end of the day, like I'm built a little different. I'm an overthinker already, so my mind, I've been running all day. To think I'm just gonna be like nah, sorry. Like I'm trying to start decompressing and stop stressing, so I don't be affected in certain ways. But like I'm saying that because with negotiations, it's even like yo, you could have woke me up, or you could wake me up sometime, like you know. But here I go because like you know sleep is important, you know, rest. It's like I ain't gonna even do that. I catch you on the next day. You know what I mean? I try to figure it out. Or it was like 12 o'clock, 1 p.m., broad daylight. Like it is what it is. Like, you know, switch it up. But I'm saying that because like I think for me that's a prime example of not being compatible. However, through conversation negotiations, we can make it work, right? And I think for me that goes to show that with opportunity to like, have that dialogue or move towards something, it can work, right? It doesn't, and I want to be clear that even how I'm thinking about what we're saying, it cannot apply to everything 100%, because nothing is 100% guaranteed ever, right? That's the joy about life, and the fact that nobody or nothing can be ever perfect, right? A full circle is not even fully 100% round, right? Which is tricky in his own self, but at the end of the day, I think a good 90-95% of things can be worked towards or resolved. 99.9, honestly.
And I think like if that's what I'm saying, like it can be 100 if you're all in. Like it's just making that leap. Like it's about making a leap mentally. Like it's like you literally gotta like, I'm all in. Like because then your 100% is is whatever. We just doing our best. That's a big leap though. But it could bring ease. I'm thinking even for me, because I still am challenged with this idea of perfection or perfect role. Like the all-in mentality can take can make it easier. Like it's like like if you just lock yourself into like it's all in. Like we already practicing all in. It's like let that sink in. But then like the idea of the fantasy, like what you're calling the fantasy, which and then for me, like even though I hear you say fantasy, I'm like, I guess is that what they call a hopeless romantic? Like the idea that there is such thing as a perfect out there,
I know somebody that say they're a hopeless romantic, and a few people, and I've done these things. That's what I'm saying. Like I've done these things, right? And so it's like I had to tell these people, these women, you're not a hopeless romantic.
You just saying that.
I am at this point. Oh, if I just had this, and I would love for like I'm doing it, but right, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole 5 million and all that, like it's no different. At the end of the day, I just didn't catch feelings towards it. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the shit is reversed. I know I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm sitting here like, this is for you.
This was the last hour.
You see what I'm saying? Like yes. I'm doing it, so I know what I am, and but the fact you can't see what you're receiving, that's okay, because you're trying to fall in love with that or a specific version of that. I just know I'm just giving. I'm exactly what you said. Here, this is for you. Oh, what? I shocked the motherfucker one time. She said, it looked just like that. I was like, what's wrong with you? You remember? Oh, I told you that like one time, a long time ago. Shit.
That's all it took.
What did you expect? But my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, no, it just triggered because I've been hearing people talk about they hopeless. Look, if you are a fucking hopeless romantic, you better indulge in that shit and allow that shit to happen when it come by. Ain't no fucking triggers for Daniel that's gonna stop that shit. Ain't no shit. I wish a month, like, I got my own views on it too. I wish him would call me up. Hey, what you doing? I'm about to pull up. Like, what? Who wear the pants in this thing? I do, but hold on. You no way. Okay, taking charge. I could, you know what I mean? You can't take charge all the time, but like, okay, I'll see you soon. Like, it's levels to it. Don't always gotta look a certain way, but like, if you're gonna be the one, like be the one. Like if not, you ain't. Right, and if you're gonna do some sweet shit, do it. Like, it's just hopeless romantics.
Like that's a whole episode right there. Like
let me find a Facebook group. Put in hopeless romantics or something on Instagram. I'm about to go down a hopeless romantic.
You about to start showing rank, like, nah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Or I might be like, oh shit, I thought I was until I saw some shit. Like, nah, I am not a like. You're right.
Rose petals.
But yeah, no, man. Continue, man. My bad.
Nah.
I didn't
You,
mean to cut you
nah, you
off.
good. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. um, I don't know.
Man.
I was just thinking out loud like that. And when I was using hopeless romantic, I was just thinking like the idea that there's like this perfect situation, and I believe that there is such thing as a perfect situation. But I can take a step back and balance that with that could have literally been an illusion. You know, that there's a lot of illusion in there. But at the same time, it's like I'm thinking about my mom, for instance. My mom like would do what she could to make me happy, even probably keep things from me. And then like maybe I got used to that, I guess. I don't know. And then I had like a first girlfriend that was maybe kind of like that too. To then where you kind of expect that everything should always be good, you know. But I think it is possible, you know, if there's that level of compatibility. But then again, you know, when you're all in, that's not even necessary to think about. You know, and then again, being all in is actually the thing, because I've never been I guess I have been all in maybe once, you know, but not really. I was too young to really like, I don't want to blame it on my age, but in reality, okay. Yeah, I think the all in is that because then that's when now we talking about commitment. Like, so how committed are you? And then if you all in, you got to be all in, you know. But yeah, so all in's a big word. All in versus perfection, or the fantasy, or the fantasy versus the reality.
Yeah, I just joined the Hopeless Romantic Facebook group.
Did you? What they talking about?
It says, well, it's private, so it says a group wherein every member are given the opportunity to post and share their photos, selfies, creations such as paintings, drawings, art, and/or any beautiful and awesome pictures that is worth to share, and if possible, with captions of nice quotes / name. Strict reminders: rude behavior, nude pictures, likewise, sex videos are strictly prohibited. Comments. Hold on. We created this group to formulate nice and well friendships from all over the world. Feel at home and share your nice thoughts, positive compliments, and experiences about life and love. And then it has like a poem, I think, that I don't want to really. No. It says, hold me close before you say goodbye. I'll miss you, and without you, I will die. So I want you to stay with me, that I know this can never be. Only yesterday you said we'd never part, but now you're done. You left me with a broken heart. Oh, won't you please come back to me? You know I want you in my life. Since you left, all around me seems so dark. So tell me, dear, what will I do now that you're gone? So won't you please come back to me, my dear? Bring back the memories of our dreams. Though this is the price I give for loving you, I still need you and I still long for you. So won't you please come back to me, my dear? Bring back the memories of our dreams. Only yesterday you said we'd never part. Oh, yeah, I guess it repeats. But yeah, like, see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's some hopeless romantic poetry.
you feel me? That's some hopeless romantic shit right there. But
Or you know what? There's probably like a difference in hopeless romantic, like the intellectual hopeless romantic, and then the emotion-based hopeless romantic.
this is true.
Because there's got to be a difference. There's got to be some sort of difference. Because like a lot of I would think that. Well, I don't know. I mean, they would disagree with me. You know, they'd probably say they're they're one and the same. You know, so whatever. I guess they'd probably say that, you know, that it's both.
It's levels. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's levels. I didn't know. I remember when I first found out that like you could be an emotional cheater. Like, the fuck out of here. You feel me? Like you don't see any time I cheated on you emotionally. You just making up shit.
You just making up words now. Nah,
Yeah, that's how, I mean that's
get
how I
that.
felt about it when I heard it. You
I
just
get
making
that.
up
For
shit.
some people, that's a big deal, you know. But then the reality of it is like, then what's at the cause of that? Why did that happen? You know, like, is there a lack? Is there like a desire for deeper connection or deeper intimacy?
Yeah.
You know, because I personally like I want to be not an emotional cheater, but I want to be emotional with multiple people. Like I think that would be something I would aspire to. And it doesn't necessarily have to become intimate, although that's usually what's associated with it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard a lot about that, and that's the thing. That's the thing, you know. Like some women will be like that they prefer that you do it physically than emotionally, like, or that, like, if you emotionally cheat, that's more of a like a non-negotiable versus if it was just a physical cheating, which is, you know, interesting as well.
Yeah. The fucking Instagram ain't no damn help.
What happened?
It's trash. You gotta like people taking pictures of themselves.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm looking at these hopeless romantic, like I'm kind of scrolling down, and it's like there's like a lot of pain associated with it. It's like I I wonder to what extent, um you know, hopeless romantic is like, man, like as like every post is like about pain or hurting or like, you know, the darker side of love or the okay, that was a more positive one. But yeah.
Like this one. I wanted all of her, not just what was pretty. I wanted her broken and bad, her wild and her winters. Anyone could love for a season, but I wanted the years.
I get it. I get it. Like, give me the years.
Oh
Sheesh.
shit. I will love you until the moment I pass from this existence to the next, and then I will find you again and love you some more.
See
Damn.
that all sounds so heavy for me. I'm not a hopeless romantic. I take myself out of that category. That's too heavy for me. It's too much. Too much.
Oh, this shit right here. Shout out to all the single women that complain about being single but never go out. Just waiting on Mr. Right to break into your house.
He's like, yo, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Oh shit. 3 hours in the relationship. Me. I don't think I could do this anymore. Man.
That's a rough one. 3 hours in, I get it. Oh man. Like that's one, I guess that's another, okay, look, that's one of my issues with relationships or with commitments is the breaking up part.
Man.
You know, I guess it's like I wouldn't want to be in a situation to have to be breaking up. You know, like, because traditionally speaking, breaking up is like people stop eating, people lose weight. Like it's like a withdrawal from drugs. People go through withdrawals for breaking up. It's like, I don't want that. Like, so why even start that? Like, let's just be cool. And then, you know, we could always just disappear on each other and that's all good. We don't got to go through the whole breakup.
Yo, some shit. Some shit, like, it calls for a reminder, like, slow your ass down. I've been in some shit too, running. Hit my head, was like, oh shit. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, slow down. Like, this person ain't even really for you.
So are you when it comes to, okay, so you date a lot, right? Or you've been in a situation where you've been in, see, like I haven't been in that many like situations like that, given the way my life is kind of turned out. But I'm like, when it comes to money, you know, you got 50-50, you got the male pays all, and then you got like all in the pot. Have you done a variety of those, or is there one that you prefer over the other?
I did 50-50 and I'm done paying for shit.
You ever done all in the pot, like your money's my money, my money's your money?
Yeah, done that.
Which one do you prefer? Or
I'm on the chip to Florida or the dirt. 50-50. It's just like, it just depends. It's like 50-50 don't be I gotta be always, but like let me know like it's real shit. Sometimes I might not have it. Sometimes I might just only have it 50. Like, you know what I mean? I think it just depends. And I think that's what you were saying like earlier. It's like we got each other. So like I had a chick tell me one time too, like, you know, you don't have to always pay for me. Like, I pay for myself. And I told her straight up, like, I don't, but she said because due to societal norms, right? I'm like, I don't have a problem paying when I have it. Just if I don't, you can take it up. Like, you know what I mean? That's cool, right? But when I have it, like for now, don't trip. It's like when I ain't got lunch, like, and we together, shit, just buy lunch. Like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't that deep. Never deny somebody food. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, that's how I am, honestly. How about yourself there, sir?
I would be like, throw it all in the pot. You know,
Yeah.
that's my prep, because it's like, I don't really want to think about that. Like, 'cause I know there's people that'll be like, all right, so the bill was $13.50.
Oh, yeah.
So that's gonna be, you know, be like $6, you know, like they break it down like that. And I think that's just a bit much. And then, you know, there's the next level where people kind of keep up with it mentally. Like, okay, well, you know, you've spent this much on me, or I've spent this much on you, and they kind of keep track of it like that. I just know that money does definitely become an issue for some people in a relationship, because they could feel like they're being shorted, or, you know, and I ideally I prefer not to think about it. You know, that would be mine. But then again, if I'm honest with myself, like, I also, because of probably societal roles or norms, societal norms, I have felt like, well, I always want to pay, like, well, I would want to pay. And then I'm okay. Yeah, I'm very okay if you know, the other person wants to pay as well. But then if I don't got it, I'm not gonna be like trying to like go out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be trying to create a situation where the other person gotta pay. You know, whereas I think that it should be okay, as you know, for me to be like, hey, let's go this place and you take care of it, without having to maybe say it. But I know in terms, like in reality, I would probably just, let's hang out here, or let's go there. Let's do something that don't got money, since I don't got the money right now. Whereas, you know, so, but yes, I would prefer all in the pot, ideally.
That's the way to go for sure. Especially when those, like, I've noticed, like, I've been in situations where if you request lunch, then like more likely that person is like ready to pay for both of us. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like they never put a limit on like what it is I buy too. Cause like sometimes I'm adding to the menu. Like a $10 burger could easily be 25 because I'm adding shit to it, right?
Whoa.
Which I think is cool. It don't need to be no pressure there unless you make your pressure there. Cause I'm pretty sure when you want extra shit, you want extra shit. So it's like, I ain't gonna sit there and be like, damn, you want extra shit? It's like, nah, if I got it, you can get it.
I thought you
Or I'll be
was
straight up like,
you over here getting steak. Like, it's supposed to be a chicken Mondays.
I'm like, yo, I got $20. This costs 25. You got the 5? Yeah, boom. There you go. I mean, that ain't 50-50, but that's good enough. Like, shit, I didn't have that extra 5. Sorry.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends, yo.
But yo, we about to call it a night. It's already hit midnight over here on my end.
For shizzle.
It's been good like always. We will pick up and connect again tomorrow or the next day, homie. All right, yo. Peace.
You already know what it
Peace.
is.
You got any closing words?
This is the real talk show. I am your co-host, D Steezy. That's the main host, JRX36. And this is what? January 26th, Tuesday, 2021.
And this is like episode number, hold up. I don't know, 30 something. We on 30 something.
Hey,
So we soon, I told Jaden once it hits 43, we merge them. So then it'll be 86 or 87 after that.
okay.
So
Sure.
that'll be the taboo, and then the real talk show become one again. And then hopefully we'll start going live. I'm waiting on Alexandra. I'm like, Alexandra, when we going live? When's the live starting? Because now I think we built enough momentum that like we're gonna show up every day, and then by going live, then that starts building momentum on other people, because you don't gotta like find the Zoom or whatever. You can just look at your phone and see, oh, he live.
Yep.
So, but homie, it's been good.
Bless. Appreciate it.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.